Hi friends, it's Emma from MK Plans and welcome back to this week's catch up plan with me. I think I'm going to have a few plan with me's lined up in the next couple of weeks to get caught up, so I'm really not sure how soon you've heard the last plan with me, even though I literally filmed it 3 minutes ago. I don't know the timeline. I really look forward to when I can get back to just one a week and it makes sense, and I'm talking about things that actually happened like last week rather than 5 weeks ago, but that's okay. I'm really happy with this plan with me, and I'm really happy with the spread, and I'm excited to share the plan with me. So I'm using the leftovers of the Glam Planner Winter Mystery from the most recent one, 2022, I don't know, it's the most recent one. And then I'm using the leftovers of this like icy blue foil. I just don't see myself pulling this amount of leftovers with another spread, like it's too little, and I only had one of the foil bundles, so I decided to just use the leftovers with this. I think it's the perfect match. And then I just got rid of the rest, and I will, like, if I want that foil bundle again, I will buy it, or if not, I just don't think it's worth keeping that much or that little foil. So I then also pulled in the Simply Gilded, I feel like it's, from memory, maybe grey. No, it's not grey. It's like a slate grey blue is how I would describe it, like quite a dark grey blue. It's honestly like one of my favorite tones of blue. I really, really love it, and it matches the if you're looking at my planner, like the Tuesday color, like almost perfectly. That color is probably a hair lighter, but the tone is spot on, so I knew I had to use it. Because it was a mystery, I had heaps of leftovers, heaps of boxes. There was like, I don't know, like almost 20 full boxes, so I obviously couldn't use them all. And I was really happy to get to use them. In this planner, this is like one of my favorite spreads I have probably done in this planner. Like this is how I want these spreads to look, like leftovers, foil leftovers. It's a full week. I had quite a bit going on compared to last week, which I didn't have much going on, so it just really came together just nicely. Like I'm really happy with everything. So I used, like the leftover full boxes. I had one for every box, which was good. I had a box on every day, which I like, and then I pulled in these date covers from Stella Bow Sticker Co., who I believe no longer does stickers anymore, but I have these date cover sheets from way back when, and again, it's like the exact same grey blue colour, so I thought that was perfect. So moving on to day by day. So if you saw the plan with me previously, on the Sunday night we had a watch party of the Austria Grand Prix. So then on Monday before work I dropped Maddie home. She kind of lives on the way to work for me, so it's easy just to drop her off on the way through. Then I just had work, and I just marked that with these, I can't remember what she calls them, like the skinny appointment labels maybe from memory. Just like I had enough of those for 5 days of work, so that's what I used. Then I was reading A Court of Wings and Ruin. I was pretty much reading that this whole week so I finished it on the weekend. So it's probably, if any of you've read the series, which I know some of you have, it's probably my least favorite book. I feel like there's just a lot of like politics and I don't know, I like the more like romance side of the series, but obviously there's some like excellent scenes. Like I love the meeting of the High Lords. That's one of my favorite scenes in the whole series, among other things. Like I love the surreal, but I don't know. I also fucking, Nesta's my girl, so I feel like she gets a bad rap in this book, and I don't love that. So but obviously it's part of the series that I love so much, so we still love her. And then I used some washi just to fill in some space. I really was trying to pull in the washi where I could, even though it ended up only being on Monday, but so be it. I'm glad I got to pull it in. Then I was playing, so Monday or Tuesday generally I like wrap up the spread from the day before or the week before, so that's what I was doing. Apologies if you can hear the bell of my cat's collar. She loves hanging around my desk when I film. There's just so much to like look at and play with, so you might hear that throughout the voiceover. I apologize. But yeah, on Monday or Tuesday, generally I'll be wrapping up the spread from the week before. Often I don't have time to sit down on the weekend to fill in my day by day, so I often end up doing that. And then Tuesday often is when I can film, or when I can, lay down my base for next week. So on this week it was Monday that I tidied everything up. And then there's this YouTuber that myself and Troy watch who plays a game, like not old school, it's from 5 years ago. So we watched the series when he used to play it like at the time, and then there's always that thing that's like, you don't know you're in the golden ages until you're not, or whatever. So now we go back and like watch him play that game because the game doesn't exist anymore, and like it was just truly like the golden era. So we've been watching that like every night kind of after work. That's our, like, when we make dinner, when we eat dinner, when we just relax, like we'll put that on. So you might see that. I think it's the only day that I marked it actually, but it's always marked in my main planner if you look at my Instagram and see my photos on there. Then on Tuesday was a bit more of a low-key day, so I just had work again. It was a really... I was really angry, obviously, because I've written Filled with Rage, and that's exactly the same thing. I've got my main planner next to me. That's exactly the same thing that I wrote in there, and I used like one of the Fox and Cactus like emoji heads with like the flames in their eyes. So I remember being angry, but I don't remember what it was about. So yeah, I was obviously just not having a good day, which is really frustrating, but that was 5 weeks ago, so we move on. Then I listened to my audiobook. When I say listen to my audiobook, I mean I use the free version on YouTube, and I pay for YouTube Premium, so I don't have ads and I can lock my phone and still listen to YouTube videos, whereas if you don't have it, you can't do that. So that's how I listen to audiobooks. And then I watched YouTube, apparently. So that would be like normally planner videos. It's pretty much all I watch these days. And a few gaming videos. I used to watch a lot more like beauty videos, but I don't care anymore. I know what, like, I still love my makeup and my beauty, but I just don't need to watch people convince me to buy shit, because that's all it became, just one big like ad, and which I guess is everything these days, but I just don't need that in my life anymore. And then like the YouTube people that I used to watch just like changed a lot. I used to love Jaclyn Hill, for anyone who knows like that beauty world, and I really supported her through a lot of her shit, but I don't know, she just doesn't do YouTube really anymore, and it's one too many things. I really love Tati Westbrook still, but she kind of took like quite a while off, and so I just stopped watching. Now I still occasionally watch her videos, but like she used to post one video every day, and that's what I would watch every morning when I was getting ready, so it's kind of part of my routine. But yeah, I guess that's a tangent, but long story short, I don't really watch those videos anymore, so it's pretty much just planning videos, and I don't follow that many planner people, so I guess I don't have that many videos that come up to watch. So if you have a planner YouTube channel and you want to share it, please leave it in the comments. I'm always looking for more channels to follow, or message me on Instagram if you don't want to put it in the comments, but I'm always looking. Then I just had a bit of a TikTok binge, so it looks like I really had an eventful evening, probably because I was just emotionally drained from being from raging all day. I just wanted to go home and just relax. A lot of the time I listen to my audiobook on the drive to and from work, so I drive about 30 minutes to and from work, so I get bored with listening to music, and so I often put on audiobooks, or I also listen to podcasts, which I'm kind of float between the two. Like, I'll be really into audiobooks and then I'll get really into podcasts, and then like at the moment I'm really into podcasts. True crime, obviously, don't know what else podcasts you would listen to, but I listen to true crime. So I'm really into like that. That's what I do on my way to work at the moment, if anyone cared. Then on Wednesday, looks like we had a team coffee date. So, also, I don't think I mentioned, again, like last week, I didn't bring in anything that wasn't part of the leftovers. So if I didn't have a icon for it, I didn't put anything in there. I just wrote whatever it was in. And then I just used the icons in the kit. I really just like the simplicity of how that looks in this planner. I think using like character stickers and doodles and whatever can get really overwhelming in such a small planner. So I think in this size, like in my opinion, that's the way to go. So yeah, I forgot to mention that before. So we had a coffee date, obviously had work, and then again, I was in my feelings. So I really just was not having a good time. I don't know. This day I don't remember. I'm assuming it was an overflow from the day before, but I don't remember, so I can't really offer any insight there. Then had a family dinner, which I'm trying to work out what that would mean, because like my brother had already moved interstate by this time. My parents don't normally come over on the weekday, sorry. So I don't know who the family would have been. That's kind of interesting. And weird that I used a burger. Did I write it in my main planner? I literally wrote family dinner with a love heart. Yeah, I'm going to have to leave you guys on that one. I have no idea what family I'm referring to in that. Maybe mum and dad did come over and I just don't remember it, but I don't know. Anyway, then I just did some planning. So I would say I probably planned next week. Did I plan next week anywhere else? No. All right, let's look what that would have been. It's a fun game I like to play. Okay, that was one of my last winter spreads. That was the cabin, the snow cabin silly studio art that I bought from Planet Fancy, if you've seen my Instagram. I used gold foil with that one. Not my favourite of all time, to be honest with you, but that was more, I think, because of my gold foil choice. I knew it wasn't a gold foil kit, but I did not want to use silver anymore. Like, I was so sick of using silver for winter, so I decided to, I was like, I'm going to use gold, even though it's not a gold kit, and it kind of makes sense. I don't love it. I don't hate it, but I definitely don't love it. I think silver was more the move, but also in general, I have just pretty much decided, and I say this now, but I know next year when the art gets released for winter, but I really am saying no to neutral winter kits that often end up being winter cabin themed. I have no issue with the cabin theme. I really actually like it for winter, but it seems to attract colours that just do nothing for me. I don't have any issue with neutral colours. I think neutral spreads can be really beautiful, but I just think the ones that tend to go with in winter are just so one-dimensional and just boring. And I did 2 winter cabin spreads this year, and both of them I don't love. I think they'll probably be in my least favourite of the year category, which sucks because winter is my favourite season. I love planning winter, but the winter spreads, I'm flipping through my planner as I'm saying this. The winter spreads that I love, one is bright pink, bright blue with hollow foil and pink foil. One is this art, but in my main planner, so the monochromatic blue. And then another one is pink. So I think for me, I've learnt my lesson. Boring, like wood tone, grey, brown, like stuff is just doesn't do it for me anymore. I find character stickers really hard to match with those colours. And I'm done. As I said, I'm saying that now until I see the winter cabin art that's released next year, but I'm going to try and stick to that. So moving on to Thursday, so second half of the week, I marked payday, which I generally don't mark unless I don't have anything else on, and looking over at my main spread, I can see why. It was a slow day, so that makes sense. Then I had work, of course. I literally work Monday to Friday, so it's not that exciting. I work every day. I was reading again, so I sometimes I mark read, sometimes I mark audiobook. It really depends on like if I want to use a script, if I want to fill like a bigger box, like it's interchangeable to me. Just because I mark read doesn't mean I didn't listen to my audiobook. Generally when I mark audiobook doesn't mean I read, but they are interchangeable. Like I'm not too fussed on that. Then I was really just in the mood to watch a movie, so and I've been wanting to watch Finding Nemo for a while, so we just like sat down after work and lied on the couch and just relaxed and watched Finding Nemo, which is just a classic movie. On my to watch list is Finding Dory again because I love that movie, and we obviously just watched Finding Nemo. I fucking love Becky. She is my favorite character, and I love her so much. So I need to watch Finding Dory to see her again. Just makes me laugh so much. Then on to Friday. It was my usual Friday McDonald's run, which I really try and keep it to one a week. I often end up failing, but my goal is once a week only. Then work, of course, and listen to my audiobook. So again, I must not have had much going on Friday, which glancing over, I really didn't. I keep looking over at my spread, and this was my Ursula kit, which I used I think I used the foil that is in this B6 plan with me, the like icy blue colour, and I mixed it with dark purple, and it's honestly probably my favourite it's one of my favourite spreads of the year, if not my favourite, and I wasn't expecting it. It came together so nicely, and I just love everything about her. I used dark purple underlays in the coral pattern from Planner Hannah, and I think they just pulled everything together so nicely, and I just love it. I'm really excited to share that one. I love doing my end of year wrap up, and I'm really excited to share that, even though it is August. But you know, it's already August, so it's gonna be December before long. So yeah. Anyway, I'm getting a bit ahead of myself, but I might just finish off and then I can just talk about whatever generic stuff. So Saturday, I slept in, which again is usual. I remember this day, I pretty much sat on the couch and had the TV on, but like on mute. So I was watching like the footy or whatever on mute, and I listened to A Court of Wings and Ruin all day. I was determined to get it finished because, as I was saying earlier, it's not my favourite book, and in my opinion it kind of drags a little bit, like a lot of politics, a lot of war stuff, which I get like is very integral to the story, but is not my favourite thing, and it's not why I read the books. So I was determined to get it finished. It was just me, Troy was at work, and I just listened. Like I pretty much put it on at 9 and just turned it off at 5. Like I had it on all day, just whatever I was doing, it was next to me, and sure enough I got it finished, which I was very happy with. I also just wanted to move on to A Court of Silver Flames, which is my favourite book, so there was also that motivation. And then I had my best friend's birthday dinner. She doesn't live super close to me, so I knew I kind of had to leave at least an hour to get to where she was holding the dinner, like the venue, and then I knew I needed an extra hour to do my makeup and get ready. So I kind of always had that in the back of my head, like you've got to leave at least 2 hours. So that was like when I decided to turn off the audiobook, when I was like, you need to get ready. So I played with makeup, which generally means I did more than, like, I do pretty much a full face every day. That's just how I have a routine, and I enjoy playing with makeup and I like it. So I do a full face every day, and then when I play with makeup, that's generally when it's for like an event or something, and I go the extra mile. So maybe like with color or lashes or something I really go extra. So obviously for my friend's birthday, that's what I did. So she had her birthday dinner, which was, she is a friend initially from work, so I actually don't know any of her friends, like she doesn't live anywhere near me. So it was one of those, like, I was a bit uncomfortable with, I was a bit nervous to go because I didn't know anyone except for her, and I didn't want to like be annoying and be like talking to her when she obviously has all her other friends, but like it wasn't like that at all. It was actually really nice. So I had dinner, they went on for more drinks, but I knew I had like an hour to drive home, and I was obviously driving, so I called it in early, and just drove home from there. So yeah, it was like a good evening overall. Sunday, just had a lazy morning, just didn't really, I realised, I'm like, hold on, I started putting the things down on Saturday that were actually for Sunday, and then I realised and changed them over, so that's why it doesn't make sense what's going on there. But yeah, I had a lazy morning on Sunday, which again is pretty normal, and then like the most ridiculous sticker you've probably ever seen, that I wrote, fuck the toaster. You're probably like, what the hell, Emma, does that mean? Well, essentially, we had a toaster and it was shocking. Like, it was just, it did not do my toast properly, and I'm very particular about my toast. So I got really angry at it, and I said, fuck the toaster, and I went and bought another one. But I feel like I had to mark fuck the toaster because I was so angry at a kitchen appliance, which it's a lot, I think that's more memorable than writing new toaster. Like, that's boring. Fuck the toaster, a little more interesting. So that's what happened. And then I read all of A Court of Frost and Starlight, which is like the novella, like the Christmas kind of special. I just think it's really nice and like chummy, but makes me sad because the way Nessie, that's my cat, what's her name? Nesta treats Cassian, I get really sad. But then I remember in Silver Flames it's okay because it all makes sense and it's all okay. But I always get sad reading that because my poor little Cassian gets his little heart broken. But yeah, for anyone wondering, I am definitely team Nesta and Cassian. They are 100% my favourite. Feyre and Rhys have nothing on Nesta and Cassian, and I will go to the grave over that argument. I love them so much. They have so much more depth, in my opinion, than like the other two. Don't get me wrong, I still love Feyre and Rhys. Like, they're part of the series. They're like what got me into the books and whatever, but there's just something about Nesta and Cassian that is just different. So then I just marked it was a lazy day, probably because I just read most of the day. Yeah, I'm looking over at my spread again, and it was pretty much like groceries, laundry, read. That's it. Sorry, but that's what I like. I love a good relaxing Sunday, just to catch up on relaxing, because I don't do a lot of that during the week. My job is fairly stressful. And then I get home, I literally have dinner, watch some YouTube, maybe fill out the day of like what I did in my planner, and then I go to bed at 8:30. So I literally don't get much relaxation. So I really need my weekend to recharge me. Also, I don't know what's going on with my footage. I feel like I know. I was writing on the labels before I put them down on Saturday and Wednesday because I cannot write on those days. One, because of the coil, and two, because of the edge of the page. I just can't do it. So I now know to write on the labels. So I apologize you're not seeing that, but I can't write on it. So it's the way that it has to be. So I guess, yeah, I don't really know what else to talk about. This is now my second voiceover in a row, so I feel like I'm repeating myself, even though you'll see these videos separately. I feel like I'm repeating myself, but I'm not. Overall, love this spread, love this kit. I really hope that Glam Planner comes back to me. She did a post in real time yesterday or the day before saying, I know you guys are holding out spots for me for Halloween and fall, and I'm planning on a release soon. So I'm really hoping that she doesn't just dog it. I need her art. I've really been missing her touch on kits. This one is a prime example. No one else did winter art even close to this beautiful, in my opinion. It's unique. I've never seen anything like this before. I don't feel like other shops, and I know I'm being very general, I don't feel like other shops do monochromatic colour schemes nearly half, one, as well as Glam Planner, but two, as often. I feel like a lot of her kits have monochromatic colour schemes, and I am here for it. They're some of my favourite spreads. I love when colours just tie together, whereas I know some other shops tend to do really contrasting colours, which that's also great for certain kits, but I love monochromatic colour stories, and I feel like Glam Planner does them the best. And so I need her back. I also haven't bought a single Halloween kit, but we're going to get into that in a future video. And I really need her to start releasing some kits for me because I am struggling. But that is it for this video. I'm just going in and popping some sparkles down to kind of jazz up the spread a little bit. I love how this turned out. I really hope you do too. You enjoyed the video, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye for now.